So we all know that hair loss can feel very, very emotional and personal, and I know this personally because I've been through it myself. But here's something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that is that all hair loss is not created the same. The shampoo that helped your best friend or someone on TikTok is not necessarily going to be the one that's going to help you. And you might try it and feel defeated, but please understand that there is so much that you can do for your hair loss. And it's my mission to help you figure it out. So that's why we are doing a best shampoos for each major type of hair loss video for you guys today. It's been a minute since I posted a best shampoos video, so I figured it was time to do an updated video. But this time we're breaking it down by different hair loss types like androgenic, menopausal, postpartum, alopecia areata, and on and on. I'll explain why they work, what the science says, and how to know if it's the right match for your situation. And stick around to the end because I'm going to share the 3 best overall shampoos that will work for a lot of different types. And before we get into this, please subscribe to my channel if you have not, and share this video with anybody that might need to see it. So let's start off with the most common type of hair loss, and that is androgenic alopecia, which is also known as male or female pattern baldness. And it usually shows up as a widening part or thinning at your crown. What's happening here is that your hair follicles are sensitive to DHT, also known as dihydrotestosterone. And it's best to think of DHT kind of like a lock that closes the follicle door. Over time, that lock gets tighter and eventually can shrink your follicles, which is called miniaturization. And you'll notice that the hair will grow back thinner and shorter and eventually might stop growing altogether. So for androgenic alopecia, the best shampoos are going to be ones that contain DHT blockers and reduce the inflammation that it causes. And bonus points for supporting circulation around your follicle. And before we get into which ones will work the best, just know that I've done a ton of research on this. I've cross-referenced the ones that have the best reviews and results and ones that are easily available as well. And so one of the shampoos that comes out on top is Ultra X Labs Hair Surge. It contains caffeine, which can actually penetrate into the follicle and counteract the effects of DHT through the use of saw palmetto, which is a natural herb that is shown to reduce DHT binding at the follicle. And it contains ketoconazole, which adds an antifungal and mild anti-androgen effect. Think of this one as like a triple defense system for your scalp. Another great one, which might surprise you a little bit, is Nizoral Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, because it's more than just a dandruff shampoo. The key ingredient here, ketoconazole, doesn't just calm your flakes. Research has shown that it helps to reduce DHT activity. Using this alongside a gentler shampoo can help to slow the progression of androgenic hair loss. And finally, if you're more into plant-based clean beauty, Vegamour Grow Plus Advanced Shampoo is an excellent option. It uses phytoactives like mung bean, red clover, and curcumin derivatives. And these plants have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. But just because it's plant-based, don't think that it's not science-backed as well. Because Vegamour did publish a small clinical study showing increased hair density after 12 weeks of use. So the takeaway here with androgenic alopecia is to look for things that can combat the root cause, which is DHT and inflammation. Okay, next up we have menopausal or age-related thinning. So during menopause, we all know that our hormones shift dramatically. Estrogen and progesterone both decline, and these hormones normally act like a cushion for your follicles. Without that cushion, your hair can grow back thinner, your growth phase can go shorter, and shedding increases. And this type of hair loss isn't patchy hair loss, it's more of this diffuse overall shedding where your ponytail gets smaller and your hair just does not feel strong overall. So the goal here is to strengthen the hair fiber, stimulate dormant follicles, and try to get back the density you once had. So the first shampoo we're going to talk about is the Briogeo Destined for Density shampoo. This one is a standout because it contains copper peptides. And peptides are like little messengers. They tell your cells to produce more collagen and elastin, which help to strengthen the scalp and follicle environment. Biotin is also included to help build keratin, which is the main protein your hair is made out of. And many women in clinical trials noticed more fullness within 12 weeks of use. And then another fantastic choice is the Purador Gold Label Anti-Thinning Shampoo, which is a great budget-friendly option. It has a mix of over 17 active ingredients, including pumpkin seed oil and nettle extract, both of which have been shown to block DHT naturally. And a lot of women love this one because it helps to reduce breakage. So you're not just preserving the follicles, you're also preserving the lengths as well. So if you're experiencing perimenopause or menopause and noticing more hair on your brush, these shampoos are going to be fantastic because they actively support aging follicles to keep them producing healthy strands. Okay, moving on to postpartum hair loss as well as telogen effluvium. So many women will experience postpartum hair loss within about 3 to 6 months after giving birth. This is completely normal. During pregnancy, high estrogen levels keep your hair follicles super active, which is why you'll notice a lot of women will say that their hair has never looked so thick and long and beautiful while they were pregnant. It's the estrogen. But once the baby is born, your estrogen levels will plummet. And that will end up pushing a huge percentage of your hair into the shedding phase or the telogen phase. The same thing can happen after a majorly stressful event, an illness, or even surgery. And this is called telogen effluvium. It's temporary, but it can feel shocking when you see clumps of hair falling out at once. So what you want to focus on for this type of hair loss is a shampoo that nurtures fragile new hairs, boosts circulation, and helps to keep your scalp as healthy as possible while things normalize. For this, mild rosemary and mint shampoo is a cult favorite, because rosemary oil has actually been compared to minoxidil in clinical trials. After 6 months, the results were similar in terms of new hair growth. Peppermint oil helps to boost circulation, and together they help to wake up your scalp in a gentle but effective way. Next is Vegamore Grow Plus. It's another safe option to use during postpartum because it avoids harsh chemicals and focuses on bioactives to help reduce shedding. Red clover extract in particular contains isoflavones, and these help to rebalance the scalp environment. And finally, Wellbell Jelly Detox Shampoo is fantastic. It uses time-releasing salicylic acid to gently exfoliate your scalp, which can help new hairs to push through your scalp more easily. The main thing to remember here about postpartum telogen effluvium is that new hairs are going to come back. But the thing here is to support regrowth with gentle, nutrient-rich shampoos, all while being patient in the process. Okay, now let's get on to a very, very popular type of hair loss, and that is autoimmune-related hair loss. This can be alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, these kinds of hair loss types. Autoimmune hair loss is very different from the other ones. With areata, totalis, universalis, your immune system mistakenly attacks your hair follicles, treating them like a threat. And this breaks down the immune privilege of the follicle. That's why you'll notice sudden round bald patches, or in more severe cases, complete total loss of hair on your scalp, your eyebrows, eyelashes. That doesn't always happen to everybody, but it can progress to that level. Now you want to keep in mind that no shampoo can turn off your immune system. That requires a whole body balance reset. And I have tons of videos on how to do that. But shampoos can help to play a supporting role by reducing inflammation, protecting new hair growth, and keeping the scalp nice and calm and balanced. Evolve Better Roots shampoo is a great option for this. It's formulated with pea sprout extract, which is also called Androgenic, and in studies it's been shown to reactivate dermal papilla cells, which are the cells that control the hair growth cycle. It also contains red clover extract with peptides, which help to calm inflammation, so it's perfect for sensitive scalps. Nioxin System 2 Cleanser is another great choice. While it won't regrow hair in bald patches, it can remove follicle clogging sebum. It delivers niacin for circulation and makes the surrounding hair look denser. That can make a big difference in your appearance and your confidence while you're managing your alopecia. So think of autoimmune shampoos not as a cure per se, but as a scalp stabilizer. They set the stage for regrowth while your immune system calms down. And finally, let's talk about scalp health and detox. Sometimes the biggest factors in your hair loss isn't your hormones or your immune system, it's your scalp. If the scalp is oily, inflamed, or full of buildup, your follicles can struggle to grow. That's why scalp-focused shampoos can be a game changer. And two that we've talked about already that are fantastic for this are the Wellbell Jelly Detox Shampoo. Like we mentioned, it contains salicylic acid, which gently dissolves dead skin cells and clears up oil and product buildup without drying your hair. And a clean scalp means follicles can breathe and new hairs have a clear path to grow through. And the other one is Nizoral. Because dandruff is caused by an overgrowth of yeast on the scalp, it creates inflammation. And that inflammation can directly trigger shedding. So by keeping dandruff under control, you're actually protecting the hair growth cycle. So don't underestimate scalp care. A healthy scalp is the foundation for healthy hair. And finally, my top 3 overall picks, drum roll please. Vegamore Grow Plus for plant-based science, Nioxin System 2 for visible density, and Briogeo Destined for density for fragile aging hair. But remember, consistency is key. None of these shampoos will transform your hair overnight, but when you use them consistently for at least a few months, they can help to reduce shedding, strengthen your hair, and support healthier regrowth. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. And if you have any requests for future videos, please let me know as well. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Take care.